Welcome to the GMG Business Blueprint, where real people build real businesses, starting simple and scaling smart. I'm Audrey Bell-Kearney, and 3 times a week, I break down practical business blueprints you can actually use without hype, jargon, or tech overwhelm. If you're ready to turn ideas into income and build something real, you're in the right place. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, about 39 degrees, going up to a high of 68. So I'm looking forward to that. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I watched the Super Bowl, but I really didn't watch it. It wasn't really exciting to me yesterday. And I don't know what y'all felt about the halftime show, but I'm kind of, not that I have any kind of anything against anybody. I couldn't understand what they were saying, so it was a little rough for me. And I've heard some really good music. I didn't know what the heck they were saying, but the music was the bomb. I don't know. I felt a little. I wasn't like upset, but I'm like, it wasn't exciting to me. But anyway, yeah, Seattle did their thing. They pulled it out. So what I saw was okay. It wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't excited about it. My husband made this whole Super Bowl spread. We had like Spanish dip and chicken wings, and I had lobster when I came home. He had made me some lobster. It was we had shrimp and crab. It was great. We had a great time, and I think I'm gonna do the same thing for my birthday, which is in 2 weeks. But yeah. So anyway, got a great show for you today. Today is gonna be. I'm gonna be talking about meal prepping as a business, and the reason I want to talk about that is because I feel like this people like me who don't really like cooking and don't have the time to cook, it's like, ugh, I don't have the time. And then I always make bad choices because I'm eating on the run, I'm eating late at night. I'm really eating late at night. Like I mostly eat late at night. Which is bad for me. So I had to but last week was pretty good because my husband bought these giant oranges and I just took, and they were huge. So I just took them and I ate like one orange. It took me like the like couple of hours to eat that one orange, but I was eating it like whenever I had the 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 when I ever had the temptation to eat something, I would take a chunk of the orange out and eat it. So that worked out well. But there are a lot of people like me who just don't have time to prep their meals properly when they're trying to get healthy. And I think for the person who likes to do this type of stuff, this is a great business opportunity and it's one that you can start like relatively cheaply. So we're going to talk about what that is. So how to start a meal prep business for less than $500. And this is going to be a summary of the blueprint. The blueprints are already posted on the Good Morning Gwinnett website. So I just wanted to give you the audio version summary of it. It's a 6-minute read. So when you go to goodmorninggwinnett.com, you'll see the blueprint at the top. And this one is about meal prepping. Last week I talked about, I think it was Friday, I talked about starting a pet company, a pet clothing company. It's just so many opportunities right now, y'all. And I just want to share them because I know that right now there are people struggling trying to figure out what they need to be doing with their lives. And for me, I have this platform and I felt like I wanted to do something that I was passionate about. So that's why I create these blueprints and I wanted to share like different. I've been an entrepreneur for 29 years. And out of that 29, 27 of those have been full time. I've been in media for 27 years. So I've been in this game a very, 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 very long time. And I'm just passionate about these type of topics. So today we're talking about how to start a meal prep business in 2026. I got a whole step-by-step blueprint guide at goodmorninggwinnett.com. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you some breakdowns of what you should be thinking about. And when you think about starting this business, first of all, it's a great business opportunity for me, especially if you are very organized, you are very health conscious, and you want to get out because people will pay you for that. Now, I don't eat a lot. If you saw me, you wouldn't think that, right? I eat bad. I know what I do. I don't even eat bad. I eat late at night. So, well, that's kind of bad. But there are people out there who are, and I'm trying to be more health conscious. Like this morning, I had a mushroom coffee shake with protein powder, so I should be fine. But I'm good about that. Like during the day, I don't even really snack. Like, you know how people snack all day long? I don't really snack. I don't eat a lot of sweets. If you saw me, you'd be like, "Are you lying?" But I'm not. I don't know what it is about me that makes me hold on to weight. So I'll eat an omelet normally at brunch, right? Then I won't eat again to dinner. And then sometimes I realize my trigger is when I watch YouTube at night, I am overstimulated.
And so I decided not to watch YouTube at night because I'm overstimulated. It keeps me woke. It keeps me thinking about business. And then that's when I eat. So instead of me watching YouTube, I just got my subscription back to Gaia. Why? Because Gaia is more about healing and spirituality and calming and all these great things. And I was like, yeah, I got to go back because right now I'm screwing up. So during the pandemic, I gained 35 pounds. My doctor told me it was 31, but I think it was 35 because I think I remember the last. So anyway, I gained 35 pounds during the pandemic. Now that was what, 6 years ago? Yeah. And I'm holding on to that 35 pounds and I'm literally trying to get rid of that. I really want to drop 50 pounds. But if I could drop the first 35, I'm good. So I'm making changes myself. Like I bought like this whole waist trainer thing. I got a gym membership. I'm drinking protein shakes. So I feel like I'm in a better headspace right now. But that's just me. There are people out there who are looking for somebody like you to say, come into my house, plan all my meals for the week and stick them in the refrigerator. All I want to do is go in there and pull them out and pop them in the microwave, or pull them out and pop them in a boiling water, or pull them out and pop them in the oven, right? That's what they want to do. And a lot of people don't want to go to the grocery store and buy that stuff that claims to be healthy, because if that stuff is sitting in a box somewhere and it's supposed to be healthy, there are some preservatives in there that are not healthy. That's the only way to preserve it, right? So I'm thinking about getting me a dehydrator too, because I do like that. Um, Matter of fact, I got a birthday coming up. I may ask for that. I don't buy gadgets, especially kitchen gadgets. No, no, let me say this. I don't buy kitchen gadgets. I got a lot of technology in my office, but kitchen gadgets I don't buy. But I think I'm gonna ask for a dehydrator for my birthday, just so I can dehydrate bananas. Like I love dehydrated bananas, and that's a good snack for me. Anyway, there are people who just don't have the time to actually figure out what to cook. Is it going to be healthy for me? How do I store? They don't have time. So this is why this is a good opportunity for you. So let's talk about it. And starting on the $500, I really think you can do it, because you're going to spend most of your money probably really on creating a website, getting your logo, registering your business. That's where you're going to spend the money at. Because the rest of that is just really you reaching out to people. You can partner with fitness gyms, like gyms, right? Because everybody that's pretty much going to the gym has some idea about, I want to be have some expectations of, I want to be healthier, right? That's why I'm coming to the gym. That's why I'm going. I want my knees to stop hurting. I want to lose 35 to 50 pounds. I want my skin to be beautiful and radiant. So I'm taking all these different supplements, all of these things. I just want to be the best version of myself. And there are a lot of people like that who just don't have the time. So if you can figure out how to come up with a meal prep program for them and take that weight off of their shoulders, that's a great thing for them. Now, another group is people with children. Like they just don't. Time is a factor, and they don't have time to go to work, pick the kids up, take them to soccer, take them to piano practice, give them a good meal. They don't have time for that. So guess what happens? They take the kids, they go pick the kids up, they go by McDonald's, they take them to practice, they go by Dunkin' Donuts. This is what happens. This is exactly what happens. And so you want to be that go-between person that makes sure that when the parent walk out the door, that she can grab all up, or he, it may be a father, they can grab all of the snacks, walking right out. Everything is healthy, everything is ready to snatch it up and go. Another thing that does is really organize your refrigerator. My refrigerator is a hot mess. Like when I look in there, I'm like, oh my God. Now my husband went out and he bought like all of his fruits, and he got grapes, and he has mangoes, and he has beets and carrots. So we're juicing, and ginger. We're juicing. So we're doing that. But the refrigerator is a mess. Like you have to, it's terrible. That right there, when you meal prep, you get to organize that person's refrigerator. And we know what that does to help them organize their life. Because now my life is not screwed up, but my refrigerator is a mess. Why? Because I spend no time in the kitchen doing any of that kind of stuff. That is why. All right, so let's talk about opportunity. This is a great opportunity, y'all. And the growth has been steady over the last 4 or 5 years. And the reason being is because people want to be healthy. They want to have better food delivery habits. They want to make sure that they want to make sure that the foods they're eating are good for their bodies. A lot of people don't mind eating on a schedule. Like me personally, I normally eat around 11:30, 12 o'clock every day. That's the first time I eat, because I do all my upfront. I do the show, I do the articles, I do all of that stuff in the beginning of my day. And then by the time I get finished, it's like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And then so I might eat between 11:30 and 1. So that's my schedule. And then I won't eat again until dinner time, which is not bad. But then at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, when I'm watching YouTube, been overly stimulated, is my mind say, get up and get something. And I don't have snacks on my side of the room. My husband always has snacks on his side of the room. So that's bad. So understanding triggers is helping me now craft this life for myself. So you want to help people do the same thing. You want to help them figure out how to get this in. So being a meal prep, what does that take? It's going to take you figuring out who you want to serve. Now there's a group that you may want to think about serving, and that's the group that's in my age. I'm a Gen Xer, and a lot of us have the money to pay you. We want to get healthy. We don't have that discipline to go in there and meal prep, but we want to save time. And we are like right now, 50 and plus, everybody's thinking about, okay, I want to be the best person I can be. Why? Because we feel like we're running out of time. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of us are feeling like, ooh, our days are kind of numbered right here. So let's make the best of what we got and take this old body and keep it together. That's what we're thinking. I know, listen, I'm talking about myself. Maybe not you because you don't feel that way. But for a lot of us, it's about staying healthy and being the best version of ourselves. And a lot of times, we'll pay whatever it's going to take to get us there. Let me tell you something what we'll pay for. We'll pay for the opportunity to figure out what to do so we can leave a legacy for our families. This is a Gen Xers, Gen Xers. We'll pay for pretty much pay for anything that's gonna keep us healthy and have a long life. We play for longevity, and health. We're gonna pay for that. And we're gonna pay for experiences like adventures and travel. Now, not everybody, but a lot of us will. A lot of us who care about, and it's a lot of us. Trust me, when my little circle of friends, all around the same age, some of them are 10 years my senior, all have the same kind of thoughts process. I want to leave a legacy for my kids and grandkids. I want to travel and be adventurous. I want to make a lot of money. I want to be in the best health I can be in. That's what we do. I have a friend right now. She's like, I'm going to get a cleansing. Right. So me, here I am. Well, girl, we got all the crystals. We can just cleanse ourselves. She's like, nope, I want somebody else to do it for me. She don't want it. So a spiritual cleanse means you got to clear the energy in your body. Energy cleanse, you got to clear the energy out your body because there's something blocked. That's for people that believe in energy. We believe in energy. So she wants to go get an energy clearing, a cleansing. And I said to her, well, we have all the crystals. We can do our own energy cleansing. She's like, no, I want somebody to do it for me. She's gonna pay for that. I guarantee she's gonna pay about $150 just for somebody to lay some stones on her body. When we both of us have all our own crystals, our own stones that we could do on do ourselves. But she was like, I don't want to do that. I want somebody else to do it for me. So I said all that to say that group of people right there, they're looking to get better. They're looking to be the best. They're looking to leave a legacy. That's your audience. That's your audience. All right. Now let's talk about how much money you can make. If you meal prep for people and you charge them $60 a week, because all you're doing is going into meal prepping. Let's say you charge them $60 a week, maybe 75, maybe even 90, because it's just taking out your time. But whatever you charge them, you don't see them saying, no, I don't want to pay that. If that's what they really need. See, I'm not a big cooker. So if my husband got me some crabs, I'm good. Some chicken, I'm good. And this is me all the time. This is what I eat: shrimp. I pretty much eat chicken, shrimp, and crabs every week. There's really no deviation from that, not for real. Unless I go out somewhere. And guess what? If I go out and they don't have seafood on the menu, I probably don't want to go there because I can't eat shrimp or crabs or lobster. Right? So, but for the person that says, I want a balanced meal, I need it prepackaged, I need everything set up, you can charge them between $60 and $90 a week. Now, think about this for a second. Let's say you got 10 clients and they're all paying you $60. That's $600 a week. And all you did was go into somebody that sounds interesting. All you did was go into someone's home. You probably got a grocery shop for them too, but that may be an extra fee. You may say, listen, I'll go pick up everything you need, but then that's an extra fee for the shopping. If you're not shopping and all you're doing is going there, prepping everything and putting it together and stacking it, you just made $600 to go in there and organize somebody's refrigerator to make sure they eat right. That sounds so simple, and you have to do it weekly because who wants to eat a 2 week old food prep? I don't. Like, especially if you got avocados or something. Avocados turn brown really quick, and I like avocados. So if you got me something in there, I got a salad that's got avocados, I got to eat it that week because it's going to turn brown. um so that right there shows you the type of revenue. So let's say you got 15 clients, right? You charge them $90 a week, and you're going to do the exact same thing. How long does it take you to food prep? Probably a few hours. right? So you got 15 clients a week and you go and you food prep, and everybody's not on the same Monday through Friday schedule. That's another thing. Think about that for a second. My schedule may be Monday through Friday, but somebody else's schedule may be Tuesday through Thursday, Sunday through Tuesday. You don't know the schedule. So it's not gonna like you're gonna be Monday through Friday. You gotta run around. No, you're gonna have different days. And so you pick the client day and you go in and you food prep. So if you got 15 clients at $90, that's $13.50 a week. That's 13. That's what is that? $5,740 a month. That's good. That's not small money. That could help you pay some bills, like your public service bill, your car note. Depending on what your mortgage or rent is, you might even have a few dollars left over. Let me say that again because somebody missed it. You got 15 clients. You charge $90 a week. You food prep for them. That's $1,350 in revenue weekly. And if you throw in shopping as a service, right? You throw in shopping as a service, that's another whatever you charge. Maybe another $150 added onto that, bringing that to $1,500 a week, bringing that total to $6,000 a month. Just food prepping for somebody. And listen, if you got 15 clients, that's all you really need, unless you're trying to figure out, how to get more. But you don't want to do that. You won't overwhelm yourself unless you're trying to have this lifestyle, but that gives you no freedom. I'm not thinking that, especially talking to my Gen Xers, we want freedom and money. We're greedy like that. We want both. All right. So what do you do? What is a food prep, right? How do you market that? Well, one of the things you do is once you register your business, once you decide on a name, you build your website, and then you start to make sure that you have all the right licenses in place. Now, here in Georgia, if you're going to be handling food, you got to get your food serve license. You also have to get like a cottage food license. I thought about making this cookie, just one cookie, right? But it was like I got to get a food, I got to get a cottage food license, all these different things. I'm like, oh God, I don't feel like going through all of that. But for you who said, that's what and I still may do that cookie. It's a protein cookie. I still may do that cookie because it fits into my plans. You got to get your cottage food license, which is about $50. You got to get your basic supplies for whatever that's going to be. Like if you got to have like a bag, a heat bag, things like that, containers. That's going to be another $100. Your website, depending on how you set it up, you want to make sure people go in there, order, they can book. That's probably going to cost you about $25 a month. Logo design, honestly, if you got Canva, and Canva is free, you can just go in there and design a logo. Now, is it going to be something spectacular? I don't know. But if you go to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT did me a logo the other day, I was like, that logo is fire. It was fire. I was laying in the bed. It was yesterday morning, as a matter of fact. I'm laying in the bed yesterday morning because this is what happened on Sundays. I'm very clear on Sundays, and it gets me set for the week. And I had an idea for something. I wanted to see what the logo would look like. The logo was fire. ChatGPT is free. So you may go to Canva, you may go to ChatGPT and say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is the name of the company. These are the colors. Create me a logo for that. And it'll do it. And that's free. Now, where you're going to spend most of your money at is probably in marketing. You may want to get some flyers done. You may want to get business cards done. You may want to go and set up at a local farmers market or some kind of event. Other thing I would tell you too is to find corporate partners, partners, right? And ask them, can you come in and have like a demo day with the food, right? And then you just go there, you do lunch for like the staff or whatever. Now, depending on the number of people, consider this a part of your budget, because if it's a company that has 300 people and you're trying to feed them all, that's a lot of folks. You're only looking for 15, but you got to get through the numbers. So if you say, well, I'm going to take a big chunk of this money, I'm going to find a corporate partner, I'm going to go there, I'm going to give them lunch for free, and I'm going to sell them on my service. It's that simple. You're only looking for 15. So if you did one of those a month where you go out and you buy lunch for people and you told them about your service because you just gave them a free lunch and how it's going to save them time and what kind of stuff you do. And I'm telling you, you get you 15 clients, you got $6,000 coming in every month. You going to grocery shop for them too? Oh, absolutely. You talking about 600, you talking about $1,500 a week, just grocery shopping and meal prepping for 15 people. You could do it. I really believe you could do that. I really do. So your total price startup is about $500. Um, Target market. Who's your ideal customer? Ideal customers are busy professionals like myself, fitness enthusiasts, people who are really, really, really into their health and fitness, busy parents with kids, like they just don't have time. And then you got the senior citizens who just want some easy meals. Like I saw this guy, he ate like soup every day. And I was like, oh my God, like that would just be disgusting to me, eat that every day. But you know why he ate it? Because he was a senior and it was easy to do. I'll give you a prime example. My uncle lives with me, he's 72 years old, right? And he'll eat when we make something different. But if we don't make anything different, he go to Kroger's and he buy the Jimmy John what you call them? Jimmy Dean sausage biscuit things in the box. And he will eat that for morning, noon, and night. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, he'll eat those. And I was like, you eat but that's his easy go to. And I'm saying myself they can't be that good. Cause I would get tired of eating it every day. But it's simple for him. And I eat a lot of seafood, which he doesn't eat. So I eat a lot of seafood, which I probably need to go get my mercury levels checked. But I eat a lot of seafood. He doesn't eat seafood. So my husband and I love seafood. He doesn't like that. So 9 times out of 10, our meal is seafood unless we had chicken. And he doesn't like chicken like that. Like he'll eat chicken every now and again. He doesn't like. He'll eat pizza. We don't eat pizza often, but when we do eat pizza, he'll eat pizza. So yesterday, my husband made steak and potatoes for him and my uncle. So he ate steak and potato. I didn't want that. I didn't want steak and potatoes. I wanted seafood, which is what I had. But he's a senior citizen, and the fact that he can just go to Kroger and buy the box that has like 12, I think 12, 8 or 12 sausage biscuits in there. You just pop them in the microwave. He'll make him a cup of tea, and he'll have that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because it's simple. And I said to him, "You don't get tired of eating that?" He's like, "Nah, because it's simple." And I said, "Okay." And then you got those people who are on special diets, like keto diets. Now I know, and low carbs dieting, when you're on keto, you really don't know what's what, right? Like I know that I probably always fell on keto because I love sweet tea. I drink about 2 glasses of sweet tea a day. And when I say 2 glasses, I'm not like 2 8-ounce glasses, not like 16, 20 ounces. I don't drink nothing that much, not even water. That's which is bad. But those people who are trying to be on these diets and they really don't know what the freak they're prepping on, they just going like, I'm gonna go get a little bit. You don't know how much sugar is in the salad dressing. Trust me, when I was doing keto and all these different diets, I'm thinking I'm doing, I'm like, this thing is not working. Then they said, well, look at the sugar content in the salad dressing. I'm like, the sugar content, okay, 36 grams of sugar in the salad dressing, and I got like 3 tablespoons on my salad. I'm trying to tell you now. So people who are on special diets, low carb, keto, and things like that, they think they're doing the right thing because that's what their mind is telling them. But if they're not really paying full attention to that whole keto plan, low carb plan, I guarantee they're eating sugar that they don't even think about eating. Even when you talk about certain fruits, there are certain fruits that you just shouldn't be eating on a keto diet because they are very high in sugar. Yeah, they're natural sugar, but it's still high in sugar, right? And then you got the pain points. The pain points is just I don't have time to cook. That's me. I don't like to cook. That's me too. Some people just tired of unhealthy takeout, and some people just want to have portion control, so they can get back into the shape they want to get into. They want dietary alignment. I understand all of those things. So this is where you come in. This is where your opportunity come in at. If you know that you are good with prepping food and shopping for, I don't like grocery shopping. I do not like when I have to go to the grocery store. I literally go into the store and come right out. I have a list of what I'm gonna get. I go direct to where let me. So when I was a teenager, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, which is why I don't like grocery shopping. When I was a teenager, and I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. My mother had a friend. We lived on the third floor. They lived on the second floor, and she used to cut coupons. And she would cut a lot of coupons. I'm talking about for days. Like I don't even like using coupons. I'm talking about coupons for days. And so at that time in Jersey, the two main grocery stores was Pathmark and ShopRite. And she would cut all these coupons and she would give my mother a stack of them. And then we would all go to the grocery store together, right? She had a station wagon, which I hated station wagons, and she was a really heavy set woman. And I was pretty chunky myself. My mother was probably the smallest person in the group. And then her daughter was really, really heavy. So the two of them were really, really, really heavy. I was kind of in the medium heavy, and then my mom was smaller. We would go to the grocery store and we have like all these shopping carts of food. And I just felt like people were looking at us. And I'd be like, oh my God, they probably thinking all of these fat people with all this food. And we're walking one cart behind the other. It was crazy because her daughter was walking with her. So she had a cart, the daughter had a cart. I'm walking with my mom. I got a cart, she got it. It was crazy. I think that scarred me. So I do not like going to the grocery store. And when I go to the grocery store, I'm going to get exactly what's on my list and I'm out. And I know every time I go to the grocery store with my husband or my uncle, they say, "You finished already?" Yes, because I had a list. I'm going to get what's on the list and I'm out. I'm not walking around the whole store. I'm not looking for stuff. I don't care what's on sale today. I'm not buying it. It's not on my list. So I'm triggered by that. Anyway, those are the type of people that you want. People that just who don't like, they got pain points of not wanting to shop. They don't have the time. They're just busy people. Now, what kind of services can you offer? You can do weekly meal plans, 3 to 5 meals a week. That could be a core offer. Clients order weekly, easy batch prep and price. That's one offer. You can do diet plans, custom diet plans, keto and vegan. Like, I don't know anything about vegan. I remember going to a startup boot camp for a weekend in Baltimore some years ago, and I was eating this food and I thought I was eating chicken. I thought I was eating barbecue chicken to be exact. It was delicious, right? And then I heard somebody say, "When is the real food gonna come?" We spent the weekend. It was like a tech startup weekend. It was amazing. Somebody said, "When is the real food gonna come?" And I'm thinking, what are we eating now? They were talking about pizza and beer. Come to find out, I was eating vegan food. It was absolutely delicious. I was like, oh my God. So people who want to eat like that, they have no idea like how to go make that all happen. They have no idea how to put those plans together, how to store stuff, things like that. So that's a good person. Then you can have the family size packages, 2 to 4 meals per serving. And this is for a busy household. People who are just really busy and they like, look, just prep it. I just want to throw it in the oven, throw it in the microwave, whatever I gotta do. And then I talk about the snack packs. Kids got to go to this thing. The kids got to go to that thing. You got to go here. You got to go there. Snack packs are easy to just grab and go. I'm gonna create me some protein bites because I need snacks, right? I need snacks at nighttime when I just want to get something and just put it in my mouth. But I want to get good protein bites, so I'm gonna create my own. And then snack packs are easy upsell. Special occasion platters, like even with that, right? You want to make sure that when you have an event, somebody that may not eat meat, you want to have a very nice vegan tray. Of course, you can go to the store and buy a crudité tray or something like that and put it out, but you want something different. You know what I mean? So, and you don't know how to do it, and you don't want to pay. You don't want to pay for something nobody's going to eat. All right, and then you can have that whole subscription meal box thing, which is great, which everything come prepped. That's why I like HelloFresh and all those things are so good because everything comes. The thing about that is, it could be a little costly sometimes. So where you're spending $90, for somebody to come and meal prep for your family for the week, you may spend 3 times as much. All right, all right. Whew, I feel like I've been talking a long time. So let's talk about what kind of revenue streams you got coming. You got the weekly plans, meal plans. That's your main income. You got the add-on snacks. You got custom diet meals. You got subscription packages. And you got family plans. Those are the way. That's 5 ways for you to make money based on this business that you can start. And again, figure out what your pricing is going to be. 3 meals pickup only is $45. And this is the thing. Maybe somebody that you could meal prep at your house or at a shared kitchen somewhere, and they just stop by and pick up their meals. And now if you have to deliver to them, that may be another charge. If you have to go to their house and set it up because people feel I want you to make it in my house so I can understand my kitchen. I know my kitchen is clean and all this kind of stuff. Then that may be another upcharge. I'll come to your house. I'll drop it off at your job. Or they can just come pick it up. And then you got the whole mailing thing. So listen, this was just a short summary of what you could do in this space. I think it's a lucrative opportunity for the person that's serious about it. So go to the website, goodmorninggwinnett.com. Listen, if you like these blueprints, do me a favor, support the show. That's the first thing. Go to the website and look at the whole blueprint. It is a nice blueprint laid out for you so you don't have to think about everything. I've done it for you, and I love doing this. I love doing this for you because I want you to be able to find something that you're passionate about. And look at all the other blueprints. This is just one of many. Look at all the other blueprints and maybe you'll find something else you like. I'll put out blueprints every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday so you'll have something to look to reference. Like when you wake up on Monday morning, like, oh my God, it's Monday. I really hate this job. I want to do something different. Check out the blueprints because this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to do something different. All right. The full blueprint is located again at goodmorninggwinnett.com. Check it out. Thank you for listening. You could be anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 30 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. And do me a favor, subscribe to the show, share the show with 2 friends. And if you really like this episode, There's a link in the description for $5.99 a month. You can support me, support the show so I can keep doing this. I can keep building the audience. I can keep reaching people. I can keep supporting people, especially in the days that we're living in, times that we're living in right now. I want to keep doing that for you, but I need your support as well. So thank you again. I'll be back again Wednesday with another great episode. Until next time, my friends, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
That's today's business blueprint. If you want deeper guidance, marketing, AI, and scaling strategies, you'll find them inside the Blueprint Room, our coaching community for people building real businesses. Go to theblueprintroom.space to become a free member. You can explore today's blueprint and join us at theblueprintpress.today. Until next time, start simple, scale smart.